Welcome back to Book Summaries channel. If you're tired of hearing that you need to stop buying lattes to get ahead financially, then today's book is your new best friend. Today we are breaking down I Will Teach You to Be Rich by Ramit Sethi, a no-guilt, no-excuses 6-week program that focuses on big wins and living your rich life today. In this opening chapter, Ramit Sethi shifts the focus from avoiding debt to using credit as a powerful tool for building a rich life. He argues that credit cards are not the enemy if you know how to play the game correctly, as they offer perks, protections, and a path to a high credit score. A high credit score is essential because it saves you hundreds of thousands of dollars on big purchases like mortgages and car loans. Sethi explains the mechanics of how credit scores are calculated and provides a step-by-step guide on how to improve yours. He emphasizes the importance of calling your credit card companies to get fees waived and interest rates lowered. You should automate your payments immediately to ensure you never miss a deadline and hurt your score. The goal is to move from being a victim of banks to becoming a savvy consumer who reaps the benefits of their systems. He debunks myths about credit and encourages readers to pick the right card that aligns with their spending goals. By the end of this week, you should have a solid foundation for your credit history. Taking control of your credit is the first big win in the 6-week program. Chapter 2 dives into the world of banking, where Sethi teaches you how to stop being nickeled and dimed by predatory fees. He strongly advocates for switching from traditional big banks to online banks that offer higher interest rates and zero maintenance fees. Most people settle for terrible service and low rates because they are too lazy to switch, but this inertia costs thousands over a lifetime. Sethi suggests opening a high-yield savings account and a no-fee checking account to keep your money organized and accessible. He introduces the concept of negotiating with your bank, providing scripts to get out of unfair charges. You should look for banks that refund ATM fees worldwide to give yourself maximum flexibility with your cash. The chapter explains that your checking account is like an email inbox where money arrives, while your savings account is where it sits for specific goals. Having multiple savings accounts for different purposes, like travel or a wedding, makes saving feel more tangible and rewarding. He emphasizes that you don't need a lot of money to start. You just need to set up the right infrastructure. By the end of this chapter, you will have a banking system that works for you, not against you. This sets the stage for automating your entire financial life. This chapter introduces the concept of investing, which Sethi distinguishes clearly from simple saving. He explains that you will never get rich by just putting money in a savings account because inflation will eat away at your purchasing power. Investing is the most effective way to grow wealth over the long term through the power of compound interest. Sethi demystifies the stock market, explaining that it isn't a gamble if you follow a boring, long-term strategy. He introduces the hierarchy of where to put your money first, starting with your 401k to get the full employer match. If you don't take the match, you are literally leaving free money on the table, which is a massive financial mistake. After the 401k match, he suggests moving to a Roth IRA, which offers incredible tax advantages for your future self. The chapter breaks down the differences between various investment accounts in simple, easy-to-understand language. He encourages readers to start small rather than waiting for the perfect time to invest, because time in the market beats timing the market. You are taught how to handle debt, while simultaneously starting to invest for your future. The psychological barrier to investing is often higher than the technical one, so Sethi focuses on making the process feel approachable. By the end of this section, you will know exactly which accounts to open and in what order. Chapter 4 is perhaps the most famous part of the book, introducing the concept of conscious spending. Sethi argues that budgets are restrictive and boring, which is why they usually fail. Instead, he wants you to spend extravagantly on the things you love while cutting costs mercilessly on the things you don't. This isn't about deprivation. It's about making intentional choices with your money. He provides a conscious spending plan that divides your income into 4 categories: fixed costs, investments, savings, and guilt-free spending money. By automating the first 3, you can spend whatever is left without feeling any guilt or checking your bank balance constantly. He challenges the traditional frugality mindset that tells you to save on small things like lattes and instead focuses on the big wins. If you can save 10% on your rent or mortgage, it is worth more than 1,000 skipped coffees. Sethi encourages readers to identify their money dial, the area where they naturally love to spend, and turn it up. Whether it is health, travel, or fine dining, your spending should reflect your personal values. This system allows you to live a rich life today while still preparing for a wealthy tomorrow. The goal is to stop worrying about every cent and start focusing on the bigger picture of your financial health. This chapter is all about the holy grail of personal finance, automation. Sethi teaches you how to link your accounts so that your money moves automatically from your paycheck to your investments, savings, and bills. This removes the need for willpower, which is a limited resource that often fails us when it comes to money management. He provides a visual automatic money flow diagram that shows how funds should move through your financial ecosystem. By setting this up once, you ensure that your bills are paid on time and your future is funded before you even see the money in your checking account. This system allows you to spend your guilt-free spending money with total peace of mind because you know the adulting part of your finances is already handled. Sethi acknowledges that the initial setup might take a few hours, but it will save you thousands of hours over the rest of your life. He offers practical tips on how to adjust the percentages as your income grows or your goals change. Automation is what separates people who constantly stress about money from those who live their rich lives effortlessly. This chapter represents the climax of the 6-week program, where everything comes together into a self-sustaining machine. Once your system is running, you only need to check in for a few minutes a month to ensure everything is on track. You are now free to focus on things more important than spreadsheets. Sethi takes a sharp turn in Chapter 6 to debunk the myth that you need a professional financial advisor to manage your money. Over a lifetime, these seemingly small 1% or 2% fees can eat up more than half of your total investment returns. He explains the difference between active and passive investing, showing that even the pros rarely beat a simple index fund. Sethi advocates for self-directing your investments using low-cost providers like Vanguard or Charles Schwab. He teaches readers how to spot the hidden fees in mutual funds and why they are so toxic to wealth building. You don't need to be a genius to manage your own money. You just need to understand a few basic principles. He emphasizes that you care more about your money than any advisor ever will. By doing it yourself, you stay in control and keep more of your hard-earned gains. This chapter empowers the reader to trust their own system and avoid the complex junk products sold by the financial industry. It is a call to action to take back control from the institutions that thrive on consumer confusion. In this chapter, Sethi goes into the specifics of what to actually buy once your accounts are open. He recommends a simple portfolio of low-cost index funds or target date funds, which automatically rebalance as you get closer to retirement. He explains asset allocation, the mix of stocks and bonds, and why it is the most important factor in your investment performance. You don't need to pick individual stocks or try to time the market to be successful. In fact, doing so usually leads to worse results. The automatic pilot approach to investing is not only easier, but mathematically more likely to make you rich. Sethi breaks down different types of funds and helps you choose the one that fits your risk tolerance and age. He emphasizes the importance of buying and holding through market volatility rather than panic selling when the economy looks bad. Investing is a long-term game, and the winners are the ones who stay consistent and keep their costs low. He also covers the concept of tax loss harvesting and other advanced tips for when your portfolio grows larger. The beauty of the system he proposes is its simplicity. It requires very little maintenance once established. This chapter provides the actual ingredients for the wealth-building machine you've built in previous weeks. Now that the 6-week program is technically complete, Chapter 8 focuses on long-term maintenance and scaling. Sethi discusses when and how to rebalance your portfolio to ensure your asset allocation stays on target. He also addresses lifestyle creep, the tendency to spend more as you earn more, and how to handle it consciously. He suggests that whenever you get a raise, you should put a significant portion toward your goals before you get used to the extra cash. The chapter covers the 85% solution, where getting 85% of the way to a perfect plan is better than doing nothing because you're searching for 100%. He encourages readers to ignore the financial noise from the media, which thrives on fear and sensationalism. You are taught how to handle major life events like weddings, buying a home, or having children without wrecking your financial system. Sethi emphasizes that your rich life will evolve over time, and your financial plan should be flexible enough to evolve with it. He provides advice on how to talk to your partner about money and align your visions for a wealthy life together. The focus is on staying the course and not letting temporary setbacks or new fads distract you from your automated system. This is about building a sustainable lifestyle, not just a one-time fix. The final chapter brings the book's philosophy full circle by defining what a rich life truly means. Sethi asserts that being rich isn't just about a number in a bank account. It's about freedom, relationships, and giving back. He shares stories from his readers who have used the system to pay off debt, travel the world, and start businesses. Money is merely a tool that allows you to live the life you want, not the end goal itself. He encourages you to be aggressive with your goals and to stop asking small questions, like how much you spent on a sandwich. Instead, ask big questions about your career, your contributions, and your experiences. Sethi discusses the importance of giving and how to integrate philanthropy into your conscious spending plan. He reminds the reader that the best time to start was 10 years ago, but the second best time is today. The book ends with a motivational push to take action and not let the information sit idle. You are now equipped with the tools, the systems, and the mindset to be rich. The journey doesn't end here. It's just the beginning of a life lived on your own terms. He leaves the reader with the final thought: get started today. Your rich life is waiting.